Is there anybody?
Yeah, we got a couple folks in here. We got
All
Drew
right.
and Robert. What's up, guys?
What's up, fellas?
We have begun.
Happy Easter.
Oh yeah, it's Easter. I forgot
It
about
is
that.
Easter, which for us in the restaurant business, it doesn't mean a damn thing. There's no holidays.
Yeah.
It just means
Yeah,
another
hell
day
no.
of work.
Yep. Yeah, that's funny. I didn't remember it was Easter, and then this morning someone said in a group chat, "Happy Easter," and then I remembered, and then I forgot again. But I don't. What do you celebrate Easter? What do you even do? Is it like a celebration thing? I didn't think it was.
Well, if
But maybe
you're
it is.
if you're a Christian, I guess you celebrate it.
That's true.
Um,
That's true.
but I know a lot of Christians that just kind of observe it. It's not a big deal. 50 years ago, it was probably a lot bigger deal. Like for an example, now here in northern Michigan, which there's a lot of conservative religious people in northern Michigan, where I'm at. When I lived in southeast Michigan, around the whole Metro Detroit area, um, it didn't matter what day it was of the year. It didn't matter what holiday. You could go find whatever you wanted to find. If you wanted to go shopping for auto parts, you could go find the auto parts you needed. Restaurants were open, grocery stores are open. Here, the town shuts down.
Oh, really?
two
Huh.
o'clock this afternoon, nothing's open. We're the only heathen restaurant open till 5 o'clock.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
got
it's
to
a,
be annoying. That's got to be a little annoying at times.
it's a new world when you live in a
Yeah.
small northern Michigan community. And northern Michigan's not unique there. There's other small communities around the country that are the same way. It's
Oh, I
just this
bet.
is where I'm experiencing it.
Yeah. El Cap's here. Drew is here. Jesse, Dang Ross, Brashier Beer. Drew. I already said Drew. What's up, guys? Good to see you. Happy Easter.
I don't see on my end. I see
You pull up
there's
the.
comments and private chat is both blank, so nobody's communicated yet, or there's something wrong.
Yeah, you're just not seeing it.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, there it goes. All right,
Okay.
now it popped
Jacob's
in.
here too. What up, man? Looks like
Robert,
Brashier Beer had a question for you. You see it?
oh yeah, yeah. Which one am I missing here?
I put it up on the screen.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get caught up here with all the comments. I just clicked them on. All right, we're in Michigan. I live. Oh, Ann Arbor. Oh, no kidding. I moved from South Lyon, which is just north of you, about 18 miles northeast of you. So that's where I was from last before I moved to northern Michigan.
Oh shit.
Now I live in a little town called Rogers City. So if you're looking at the map, I'm right there, right on the water. That's where I'm at.
Nice.
Being as you're in Michigan, if you ever make your way up this way, um, stop in at my sports bar and I'll buy you a beer. We'll throw some axes around.
Fuck, man. I wish I was closer. I would love to do that. That sounds like so much fun.
We're outside of Ann Arbor. There's a number of smaller towns out there that are pretty nice towns.
The
Who's
drums
playing
are
the
in the back.
drums?
In the background. I have a background song going on.
Who's playing? Is it
That's
somebody
me,
that?
actually.
Oh wow! When I first joined in this stream, I'm listening. I'm like, son of a bitch, he's playing drums back there. I play
Well,
drums.
I'm not good at it at all. This is just a jam session I recorded with some friends, and I don't usually. I usually play guitar or bass, but I was just fucking around on the drums. I'm not good at it. I can
Okay.
hold it an okay beat, but that's about it.
There's a definite talent to the drums. It's a there's a lot more to it. If
Yeah.
you in concert you watch these bands and you see the drummer sweating profusely, and there's a
Oh
reason.
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
working his ass off back there.
Yeah. Hardest working member of the band for sure.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Yeah. Josh, what's up, man? We got Robert Brunello in here. What's up, dude? I'm a Texas boy. Spent a few months in Ohio. A few months was enough for me.
What part of Ohio?
I lived in Texas for a little while too. Yeah, I liked
You know
it.
what?
I liked.
It's just it. There's no bad or one bad area in the country than the other. I've been all over. Honest to God, I've been to almost every state in the country, and they're just different. People are
Just
different.
different.
Customs are
Yeah,
different. Mannerisms are different. Languages are different. It's just different.
yeah,
We
it's
don't
funny. I
we
had
don't
a
adjust very well to to things being different.
no. Yeah, and I have one of my really good friends who grew up in Oregon, and then I met him when he moved to California. So he lived on this side, on the West Coast his whole life, and then last year moved to the East Coast to where was it? I forget, somewhere on the East Coast, and it was a huge adjustment for him. He had a kind of a tough time for a while.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
It's so
Uh,
different.
you want a wake up call on uh, culture? Go to New York.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. I'm going to tell you what, man. People won't tell you, or they won't hesitate to tell you right where the hell to get off. They're brash, they're bold, they're blunt, and if you tend to get your feelings hurt over something that's minor, you don't want to go to New York. Boston is
I
another
actually,
one.
I went to New York when I was a kid, and I don't remember a lot of it because I was small. But I do remember going to see the Phantom of the Opera on Broadway, and that was
Oh
fucking
wow.
really, really cool.
Oh, I bet. How
It
old
was
were
a
you?
family. It was a family vacation. I must have been probably, I don't know, 12, maybe somewhere around 12, 13, maybe.
Damn.
Um, so I don't remember a whole lot, but man, it was wild. I really want to go back. I would love to go
Yeah.
back.
That's pretty good. 12 years old and appreciating the that whole production,
Yeah,
you know.
it was crazy, man. They had a like the whole floor of the stage was like they could take out sections of it, and they actually had water like in the stage for like the boat parts of the play. So there was actual water in there, and it was nuts.
Wow. That's crazy.
Did you read this one from
I've
Brashear
been up to
Beer?
the UP. I visited Barker. Oh no. You know what? I haven't. Ypsilanti and Belleville. Yeah, I've been to Belleville numerous times. I used to do work down there. I had a friend of mine that lived there. I have not been to Bark River. That's one of the things I do want to go to. They're only about 3 hours away, 3.5 hours away. So
Huh.
I am going to do that. The other thing I'm going to do, and if any of you Michiganders make your way up here, you want to give it a run, I'd love to make a road trip over to DLT Trading. Trading is a half hour over the Michigan border into Wisconsin,
Oh,
Marionette,
really?
Yeah, yeah. It's only a
Wow.
4 hour drive,
Oh
and
shit, man, that'd be awesome.
hell yeah. And Jason Thune is his name, the owner over there. I spoke with him a
Okay.
number of times, promising I'm going to make this damn trip, and just life has different plans, right?
Yeah, I mean, 4 hours. It seems it is a kind of a commitment to go on an 8 hour round trip drive, but you know, it's doable.
Yeah.
Okay, close to Austin, 45 minutes east, but work in the Austin area every day. Right on, man. Nice. Yeah, I lived in Austin for not that long, about 2 years. I really like it. It took me a little while to get used to the weather, but I did, and
I,
I started to like it.
I have been to Austin. I've been to a number of places in Texas, but not Austin. I hear it's a beautiful city.
It is, man. Yeah, a lot of music venues, ton of live music. Um, I don't know. It reminded me of a little bit of parts of San Francisco, like Haight Ashbury kind of area. Reminded me a little bit of that.
Artsy fartsy kind of stuff.
A little bit, kind of like some kind of like hippie vibes, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Been to El Paso. Been to
I haven't. No, that's the only place I've been in Texas.
right on the other side was Juarez, I think. Juarez, Mexico.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
Dallas, been to Dallas. San Angelo. Went to San Angelo. Did some work for Ethicon there. They were a company that they make sutures, surgical sutures. Did some work there. San Antonio. That's a cool town. San Antonio.
Is it?
Yeah. They rerouted. I don't know the name of the river, but they rerouted the river so that it was through the downtown area. They have it, so it's called the River Walk, and on both sides of the river, they have restaurants and shops and all sorts of stuff. It's pretty nice.
Oh shit, that sounds cool.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, the civil engineering feat that they accomplished by doing that.
Yeah. Hippie, grungy, artsy. Yep, that's exactly it. Yep. San Antonio is a madhouse.
I've been there in years, so maybe it is now. It was nice when I was there. I tell you what, the absolute craziest place to drive on the planet, or at least this side in the US, is Boston.
Is it?
It's insane. Absolutely insane. You don't even want to try it. Take a cab. Call Uber.
What about it? Just so many cars, or what? The streets?
The streets, the complexity, because you got old routes, old streets that they tried integrating into a new highway system, and it's just an absolute disaster. They somehow can figure it out, but then the big dig, right, where they literally put the expressways around the perimeter of the city. They had like a 15-year project of putting the expressways underground in a tunnel system. Just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What up, Shane? Good to see you, buddy. Boss Tweed as well. How's it going, man?
Boss Tweed. Edgy American.
Massholes? Is that for Massachusettsians or what? What is that? Well, we got some topics we were thinking about talking about today.
Yeah.
We were thinking about talking about some knife terminology that often gets kind of changed, and people kind of all have their own way of saying it, and it gets kind of confusing at times especially if you're just coming into the knife world.
Oh God, yeah.
I can't imagine. I mean, I can't imagine because I was there. But
yeah, think about that. Think of the double standards and double talk you were hearing, going, "What the hell is this stuff?"
I know. Yeah, it's super confusing even now. Wow. So, for example, just one of them is the reverse tanto. That's kind of the classic one. Is everyone calls a reverse tanto. Basically, it's a Warncliffe, but a lot of people like to call it reverse tantos. And it's not technically a reverse tanto, but I don't know how that caught on. I'm trying to find one. Let's see.
And the big question is, it's like, where does it go? Where did it come from to be called a reverse tanto?
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know if I have one handy here. Do you have an example?
Let me
look.
Let me think here.
Should have got one out beforehand. Let's see. Oh, maybe this one. Well, would that be a reverse tanto?
Put it right up to the. Maybe.
I know the standard Malibu, which is close to this at the tip. Protec actually calls it a reverse tanto.
Okay.
Let's see what I've got here.
Maybe we could call one up on the screen.
Oh, that's a good idea. I forgot I could do that. Yeah.
You, the tech wizard master?
Yeah.
I swear to God, I've never seen anybody multitask like you.
All right. Yeah, right here. Here we go. Present, share screen. So yes, this is you can see
There
right
you
at the top
go.
there. They call it reverse tanto blade.
Yeah.
Now that is a sheep's foot to me.
That's a sheep's foot.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's a sheep's foot.
And the only, I mean, now a Tano has got 2 sharpened edges. It doesn't have
Yes.
2 sharpened edges.
Correct. Yes.
So is it that because of that sharp angle from the spine of the blade to what they're calling the tanto edge? That's, I'm wondering if that is the reason why they're calling it a reverse tanto. Whereas if it was more rounded, then it would suddenly transition to a sheep's foot.
I think it's that, and I think it's that if you flip the blade over, it would look like a tanto. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like if the sharpened edge was on the spine, if it was the opposite way.
But if it was flipped over, I can't think of any tantos that have a essentially the spine drops down to the point
Yeah.
at that
Yeah,
point.
yeah. That's true.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, it's like, what the hell?
So yeah, it
And
doesn't even really work. Yeah.
I would say this is a modified sheep's foot if you're going to say anything at all beyond it being a sheep's foot.
Yeah. So okay, let's talk about sheep's foot then specifically for a minute. What is so if that's a modified sheep's foot, what's a regular sheep's foot?
The only
What's
thing
an
I can
example?
think of, if you're gonna if the foundation of this is a sheep's foot, I think the
Yeah.
reason why this would be modified is because of that sharp angle off the spine to the front of the knife.
Right. Yeah. I agree.
Whereas
on
if
that.
it was curved, so this would be a modified sheep, because sheep's foot, one of the characteristics is that it has that curved edge off of the spine down. So,
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's my input there.
Let's see if this
El Cap Addict said that's a sheep's foot.
now is this a sheep's foot? Come on.
Yeah. Drew brought that up. The Griptilian is a good example.
Yeah, that looks like a because it's not a straight edge. It's
Right.
got a little bit of belly.
Right.
Yeah, I would say that's a sheep's foot.
Sheep's foot, or because of the way the top of the because it changes directions across the spine, you could say modified sheep's foot.
Yeah, yeah, you could.
And actually, that brings up just something interesting. If it changes direction, that is the lines of the spine, which is happening, whether it's this case or the Protect that you just had, there was a change in direction, then that could technically become modified. A change in direction on that spine.
Yeah. I don't know. Sheep's foot. Mimo said sheep's foot comes out at a straight, longer, and then drops abruptly. Are you talking about the spine or the edge, Mimo? The penguin, to me, I always thought that was more of a Warncliffe because it has a straight edge. But yeah, maybe not.
Actually, here is the there's the penguin there. But it's not completely straight.
The edge?
Yeah, this edge has got just a little curve to it. It's super slight. Let me see if I can. Yeah, here.
Put it on a real.
This is about as straight as it's going to get.
Yeah.
I'm going to set it right on top.
Yeah, it's hard to tell on the screen, but yeah, I think I could see it.
Let's see here. It might be easier this way.
Here,
It's really, really slight. There's air. See the air under there?
Oh yeah, I see it. I see it. Yeah.
And then it
Okay.
touches right there, and then there's air, just a little bit of air. So just a very, very slight belly. So
Yeah.
technically, that would be a sheep's foot, right?
I think if that is the criteria, is that it has a belly of any kind. I'm not sure.
I'm saying that should be the criteria.
I would think so.
That's the main difference between a sheep's foot and a Warncliffe.
Well, let's look at a Warncliffe. The first one that comes to mind is this one.
I got one up here, the little proponent.
Oh yeah, there you go.
See?
Yeah. So straight edge and not a curve on the where it drops down to the point.
Correct. I'm just going to look at this here and see. This even has just a slight belly. But it's so slight. Holy.
It could even
crap.
be just the way they sharpened it, probably.
That might be.
Given it a little bit.
That might be. But the penguin has more of a change on that edge than the mini proponent.
El Cap has a good point. I agree with him. He says both of my Ohio Riverjacks are warnies. I agree. I don't think either of these are super close to a sheep's foot. To me, these are both more Warncliffes.
Well, that brings in another topic. Does the grind come into play?
I don't know. But this is a good example of one's kind of curved, and then one's kind of a more abrupt drop to the point.
Right? Because like here, right? You've got that flat part of the blade before the grind. And on both of these, this would technically, or at least QSP as well as traditional pocket knives calls this a sheep's foot.
Yeah.
Whereas the Warncliffe is a flat grind all the way to the top of the spine. So does the grind play a factor?
Yeah, I don't know.
You see what I mean? This is the stuff that it's just so confusing when you first get into this. And it's if we, and maybe we're going to start it right now, damn it. If we can determine some standard terminologies and characteristics, it would be a whole lot easier.
Yeah. Protect Runt is a good Warncliffe. Yeah, or the Malibu. This to me seems more of like kind of elongated Warncliffe, like a more pointy Warncliffe. You know what I mean? But it'd still be a Warncliffe. Actually, we have belly, so probably not, huh?
Yeah, it's got clearly a lot of belly. I think that's going to fall into more of a drop point.
I know, but they call it a Warncliffe.
No kidding.
Yeah.
See, there again, it's like what is the number one underlying characteristic that each Warncliffe must have? That's the only way to standardize.
Yeah. I think the lack of belly is going to be it.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's more consistent.
Yeah.
In terms of how the names are changed.
So this would be a true Warncliffe. We got a completely straight edge.
Bingo.
If it had a little bit of belly, it would be a drop point.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say that in keeping consistent.
I agree. I think that has to be it. True Warnie is a straight flat belly. Yeah.
That's a taper for a true Warnie. Okay. So what Michael is saying is that from the top of the spine of the blade, so from here, a constant drop to the end So this, according to what you're saying, this would not be a Warncliffe then. That because it doesn't have a constant drop, because the distance here is the same here. So there is no constant drop. So he's saying that by that standard, this is not a Warncliffe.
Well, this is the only Warncliffe I can think of that does that. I don't have any other Warncliffes that do that.
Right. I don't have that particular one, but I've got the Spidey Warncliffe. But that's what Michael is saying. That
Yeah.
Right. Unless
yeah, but I'm not sure about that.
I don't know. I've not heard that being a criteria, but it's a topic of discussion.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's another one. What would this be? This has some belly. So it's not a Warncliffe. Is this a sheep's foot then?
I would say that's a sheep's foot. Or if you go with ProTech, they're going to call that a reverse Tano, right?
Yeah. Well, Kaiser does call it a reverse Tonto. Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
but to me, this would have to be a sheep's foot then.
I would say so. Does a Tonto have a belly?
Does Tonto have a belly?
It can, right? Or it can be straight.
I guess it can. Yeah.
But a Tonto has two sharp edges, typically.
Right.
Correct?
Yep. I think that's the kind of the only criteria for a Tonto is two separate sharp edges, right?
Yeah. And if you look at, well, hell, look at the Evo. Look at that. Look at the Chavez. Two sharp edges. They're calling them Tontos.
Yep. Those are Tontos. What would you all consider the shaman blade shape to be? I don't know. I kind of consider Spydercos to be in their own class of like leaf-shaped blades. It could be, I don't know. I guess if you want to classify, I would say this is a drop point. You know. But I don't know. I kind of view Spydercos to be kind of their own thing, almost.
Yeah. Yeah, they're kind of their own animal.
What's up, Richard? How you doing, man? Bama Ninja too. Miss me. Pretty Fly. What's up, guys? So yeah, that's a Tonto there.
I don't know. Two sharp edges.
Yeah.
Both have straight.
But do you have any? So do you have any Tontos with belly though?
That's something to look at right now, just for the hell of it, to see which one. The Chavez is dead straight. There is not a inkling of a curve. Same is true with the Evo Typhoon. Perfectly straight.
Great. Okay. OCAP says he had some cold steel Tontos that have belly. Okay. Yeah, I would say they can.
Yeah.
American style Tonto or Japanese Tonto? I guess either. What would the Towser K be? Let's pull it up. I don't have one here. Let's see. This would be a sheep's foot. Yeah. It's got belly. It would have to be sheep's foot, right?
Yep, for sure.
Yeah. Now another one is spear points. What? Because I see a lot of drop points being called spear points.
Yes.
I don't know if I have any true spear points, because isn't that where the curvature of the spine and the edge both are doing the exact same thing, right?
That is, in my opinion, should be just like the rest. There should be an underlying criteria. That should be it. If you look at spears historically, they're not one side of the blade a different shape than the other. They're
Right.
perfectly symmetrical. So I think
Yep.
that has to be the criteria. If any deviation from that, it's no longer a spear point.
Yep. Doesn't a Japanese tanto have a slight? Yeah, it does. We were saying that that a tanto can have belly. The only criteria is that it has 2 sharpened edges. But I don't think I have any true spear points. I was thinking about it the other day.
Yeah, I'm just kind of glancing through my stuff here to see if I,
I don't
do.
think I do.
I'm not seeing. This is close.
Can you guys think of any that we can look up?
This is close, but still not there. There's by far more belly.
Yeah.
That's a whoops. Sorry about that, guys. That's a we. I don't remember.
The drop bear is close. Where is it? The drop bear is pretty close. Probably closer than any other knife that I have.
Yeah, that's really close.
But we have the swedge. Now, can it have a swedge?
Well, I think it's built into the name, spear point. It doesn't necessarily dictate that you have to have. It's the shape, not necessarily what you've done to the shape.
Yeah,
That's a secondary feature. So I would say that no, if it's got a swedge, that's independent of the actual shape of the point.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, okay, that's a spear point. We can call that a spear point. The code 4 I sent you says it's a spear point. Does it really? Oh, yeah. Here, let me grab it. Let's see.
The Kalashnikov is a true spear point. Yes. Pretty fly. Yep. I think you got it right. Edgy American. That's perfect for your for your name there. He says this topic is not definitive. Every example can be argued. That's the problem, though, because there's no standardization.
Yeah.
Right. That's what we're suggesting is that, despite that every topic can be argued, is let's determine what's the underlying factor that would give it a particular name, and then anything that's built off that would be secondary, like we were talking about with the swedge on the top of the spear.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. This to me looks more like a drop point, but it's close. It's definitely close. To a spear point.
Yeah.
Let's look.
There's not many true spear points out there. If you're going to go with the symmetrical shape, there's not that many. The Kalashnikov, I think, is real close.
Well, they have one with a spear, with like a spear grind, which is this one right here. But that's almost a dagger. Then, is that a dagger? If it has 2 sharpened edges.
I think that's where it goes from spear point to dagger. Would be that 2 sharpened edges. Does that have 2 sharpened edges?
Maybe not.
Maybe probably not. Although it wouldn't take much.
It says blade style dagger.
Another monkey wrench. Because traditionally daggers have 2 sharpened edges.
Right. Yeah. The Burnley squid is a true spear point. Let's see. Burnley squid.
Miss Me says a Swiss Army knife is a spear point-ish. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
See now, now, if you were to just take a magic marker and color in on the screen and ignore the grind,
yeah,
that's still a spear point, regardless of the fact that
I guess it is. Yeah, the bevel throws you off, but yeah, that makes sense.
Boy, speaking of Swiss Army knives, God, those things are slicey. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. Some of the thinnest.
Oh, my gosh. Those things are so wicked.
Strider 3/4 AR is a spear point. Let's see.
Striders recorder AR. Yeah, I think he's right.
This one right here?
Yeah. Now it's got the jimping on top. It's got
It's
the
kind of hard to tell at that angle,
airplane
but
trail. It might be nice to see a top down, but I think what throws it off is the grind and that swedge on the top.
yeah. Let's see.
But if you just look at the silhouette, you might be right. 785. Jeez, oh Pete. Man.
I'd love one of those.
Yeah. It was before, geez, probably 3 years ago when they were first putting these out. You can pick them up for $250.
Really?
I'm not lying to you.
What the
I'm not
hell?
lying. DLT Trading. They had them for like 250, 265-ish, and then they just went absolutely berserk.
Jeez.
Does anybody else remember that? The price of those? Right around 250?
Ariane is a close to, yeah, you're right, it is. So what conclusions have we come to here? Let's recap.
I think we all agreed that the blade, the edge of the Warncliffe has to be straight, no belly.
No belly is a Warncliffe, belly is a sheep's foot.
Yep.
And then
see if everybody is in agreement with that.
Everyone
if
in
we were
agreement
to
with
establish standards. Throw your hat in the ring, guys.
Yeah. So yeah. I think everyone agrees on that. Let it be known in the chat if you disagree.
There you go.
It's
all yay until you say nay.
Exactly. What's up, B Shady? Autumn Wind, what's up? Sheep's foot should not have a pointed tip.
The tip?
Yeah, I agree, but that's kind of subjective of what's pointy or not.
You talking about at the blade edge or where the spine
I think he's talking about down to the tip of the point of the blade.
Really? That it can't be.
I don't know. I think that's too subjective. Because is this pointy or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people might consider that pointy. So I think it has to be the edge.
When you have a belly, any curve meets a straight line, there's going to be a point to it.
Yes, I agree. Okay. Dopey disagrees. That's okay. You can disagree.
Drew says, I think Spyderco Caribbean is the best example of a sheep's foot. All right, we'll take a look at that.
Look it up.
See, the thing is even while we're having this discussion, there's going to be disagreements, but it's about general consensus.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Caribbean.
CPM, sheep's foot. It's in the name. You take reverse Tano and try to trim wool. That sheep's going to kick you in the nuts. That's awesome.
Oh, I missed that. I can't find a sheep's foot Caribbean. I think you may be mistaken on that, buddy. Let's see.
I gotta move my shit around here so I can help you out here.
Oh, this one. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's a sheep's foot. Yeah, for sure. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But is that? I mean, there would have to be a point at that tip, despite.
Yeah, there's still a point. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. Is there are different degrees of pointy tips, but that is still a pointy tip. Reverse tanto is yeah, I agree. Yes, I agree. What's up, Aaron B? The point of a sheep's foot was to not pierce. Yeah, I get that. That's why like first responder sheep's foots don't have really pronounced tips, so that if they're cutting like a seatbelt off of somebody, they can easily get in there without poking them. But it still has a pointy tip. Shane disagrees. Some of these terms refer to the cutting edge, some refer to the spine, sometimes with no consideration. What do you mean, buddy? Which terms are you talking about? Reverse tanto is either a sheep's foot or Warncliffe or modified versions of either. I'm not sure about that. What happens if you Google reverse tanto blade shape? I'm pretty sure. Let's see. See if I can find one.
What are you looking for, Kev?
A true reverse tanto. Think of one?
Here, I'm just gonna Google the. Off-grid knives says the reverse tanto has an extremely strong tip and can be used to pierce tough materials. That helps.
Yeah. You know, all these like graphs with like all these different blade shapes, most of them don't even have reverse tanto on there. I feel like that was kind of like a made up thing. I don't see any reference to a reverse tanto.
All right, here's
Japanese
knife up.
tanto, American.
Let's see what knife up says.
Reverse tanto is made up. Okay, yeah, that's kind of where I'm leaning towards. What do we call
they're calling the Hogue Deca a reverse tanto.
Really?
Mm-hmm. This is in Knife Up.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah. They do say though, it's something that's becoming more popular. Reverse tanto is a knife shape that's steadily becoming popular. Well, define that shape.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think it's a made up thing that's not real.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay. Okay. Reverse tanto is not even a thing. We don't have to define it if it's not real. Reverse tanto on the NAS poster. We all know that's the ultimate authority. Yeah, I didn't see it on there. I was just looking at it. Nightshade reverse tanto.
There is just a buttload of dialogue on the reverse tanto.
I know. It's a touchy one.
Holy shit.
Here's one. Thank you, Drew. Here we go. That's a reverse tanto. It's the sharpened edge right there. See that, Deanir?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So you hardly ever see that. That's very, very rare.
There's a pretty lengthy article. At some point, I'll read it just for the hell of it because this is a topic. They're calling the Benchmade 940 a reverse tonneau in this article.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. Yeah.
It's at Knife Up.
Well, I'd be interested to hear their argument. Look up the 14C28 and Trevisa links.
That's just a dagger with an extra chromosome.
Small belly. That's a Warncliffe. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. That might be more of like a harpoon.
Yeah. That's got belly to it, so technically, by our definition, that's not
It
really
has to be a sheep's foot, but I don't know.
a sheep foot because what are they calling it?
They're calling it. I don't even think they have a name for it.
They don't even call it. It's American style. Yeah, I don't even see.
Yeah, they're not calling it anything.
Well, that's through Amazon.
So yeah, that's a tricky one.
Some of their descriptions, Amazon is kind of lame.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah.
That's an example right there.
Yep.
Michael says, could the 940 be considered a spay blade?
Yeah, I could. Spay blade is
on a traditional knife. Yeah.
Yeah, it's similar. Let's pull one up. Yeah, it's well, the spays have a like drastic belly right at the end, right?
Yes. Yeah, it kind of
like this right here.
Kind of straight, and then it tips up. Yep, right there. Real close to a spear point. But then you still have that sharp edge on the spine coming down to the tip. So
yeah,
it is different shaped.
Yeah.
That's it.
The 940 might be a modified spay blade.
Here we go.
Fuck. All right. Well, I don't think
it's fun to talk about it though.
But yeah, it's fun to talk about. Yeah, totally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's another one besides blade shapes that we know of? The plunge grind and plunge line.
Right.
I think the correct term is the plunge grind. It just refers to the whole thing. Plunge line
is a component of the plunge grind.
Yeah, I guess it could be the line where it starts. It could be the line where it ends. I'm not sure. Plunge line. I do not know. See if I can pull up a good diagram here. Let's see.
Walter Sorrells. He's a knife maker. He's got a video here.
On what? Plunge grinds?
Plunge grinds. Plunge lines.
He calls it a plunge line?
Well, it's funny. In the description, it says video of what a plunge grind on a knife. What is a plunge grind on a knife? And then the title actually in the frame, it says tips and tricks for grinding plunge lines. What
that proves our point. Exactly.
Here we go.
Let's see. I almost got it here. Let me see. Let's see. Diagram.
Plunge line. Come on here. Images. Well.
All right, this will work. Can you see
Find
my
something?
my mouse pointer moving around or no?
Oh yeah.
You do?
Yep, I do.
It's moving in a circle.
Well, it just picks it up at like 3 and 12, 9 and 6 o'clock positions. But yeah,
Okay, all right, but you can see where this is pointing to.
yeah. If you move it slow, I think it'll catch her. It'll catch up.
Okay, so that is where the plunge grind is ending, right? It's ending and going back to the blade stock right here. So that could be a plunge line, or it could be
The bottom,
right here
right?
where it starts to get thick and slope up to here, right? So I don't know, but the whole thing is the plunge grind from here all the way to here.
Well, it
And I guess,
doesn't necessarily have to include the end of that curve. It would. I would think the plunge grind is where the body of the blade is ground down to meet the general shape of the grind of the blade.
right here.
So I can't see where your pointer is.
Oh,
It's not showing up. So essentially, the tip there at the end of the choil, that's not necessarily part of the plunge grind. That the grind itself can be further up into that choil. It's just where the thickness of the blade equal at where the grind ends is the same as it is further in on the blade on the body of the blade. You follow me?
okay, yeah, I think so. Yeah,
So that would be like the actual where that choil meets the blade, the sharpened blade surface itself. That would be something different. I think they call it that. Is that the terminal edge?
edge termination.
Edge termination. Yeah, yeah. You got your edge termination, and then you got your grind termination. So the grind termination
Yeah,
happens up in that choil a little bit on that top CRKT version.
yeah,
Or,
yeah. I just call it the plunge. There you go. That fixes it.
plunge.
That fixes it.
There you go.
So yeah, that's another one.
So in using that terminology, where the grind termination, the closer the grind termination is to the blade termination, what do we call that? The blade termination?
Edge termination.
Edge where the
Yeah.
plunge grind termination is close to the edge termination, that would then define a bad grind in terms of a sharpening
Yes.
choil.
Yeah, when they're too close and you don't have any room to sharpen away material before you get to the thick part of the plunge grind. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Exactly. If anyone wants to watch my video on sharpening choils and plunge grinds, I explain it much better than I am right now.
That's a pretty good video. If nobody hasn't seen that, you got to go watch that video. He does a great job.
Yeah, thanks, man. A Lord Warncliffe invented the Warncliffe. I think I read that somewhere.
Lord Warncliffe?
Lord Warncliffe.
Lord Warncliffe. Lord Warncliffe. I got to check that out.
He's probably got a little leather bag of coins and he tosses a coin down to the peasants once in a while.
Right. Lord Warncliffe, British statesman.
Oh, there's another one. Yeah, the bolster lock and the frame lock thing. Yeah. Bolster lock is a different thing than a frame lock, but
with that recent knife that you picked up, that Rough Rider,
yeah.
that's a perfect example.
Yeah, so this is a frame lock, but people like to call it a bolster lock just because the inlay is covering up a lot of the lock bar, but it's still a frame lock because it's still got, it's still a frame lock. It's just covered up. But a real bolster lock is this one. That a few of us in the chat have the same knife. But this is a bolster lock. You can see the actual bolster is the lock bar, and you got to push that aside to be able to close the blade. And this is really interesting because it's still a regular slip joint. It still has that back spring, giving it a half stop and the full stop. So even when you push aside that bolster lock, you still have to overcome the back spring and get it to the half stop, and then overcome that to close it. So it's almost like it's doubly locked,
Right.
So kind of cool. If anyone is interested, just buy this knife. It's like $8, and then you can check it out.
I think I'll pick up that as well as the what's that toad sticker? Is that what you have?
The toad sticker. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pick that up too. White Mountain
I
Knife.
think you should.
Not White Mountain, but Rocky or Smoky Mountain Knife Works, right?
Yep. Yeah, I think everyone should have a toad sticker.
Yeah, I got to get that.
It's just wild, man.
It's just ridiculous. That's why it's so good.
Yeah. You should do a video unboxing it, because I didn't, or maybe I did actually. I did. But it's funny to see your reaction when you open it up for the first time, because it feels so weird. You've never opened a knife like this.
I'm gonna get it. Here, I found a piece on this Lord Warncliffe.
Yeah.
Lord Warncliffe was the patron of Joseph Rogers and Sons, cutlery to the Majesties, and one of the most important figures in the famed Sheffield cutlery industry, which is in England. And so he presented the pattern to him, that is Lord Warncliffe. The blade was created and called the Warncliffe blade after the Lord himself a few years later. So the guy that actually invented it was Joseph Rogers. He was the cutler that designed weapons, knives, so forth for the royal people in England. So yeah.
Does it say what he designed it for? Like, did it have a purpose that he was trying to
it doesn't
get
say
done?
it, at least in this little blurb right here.
Okay.
Sheffield, England is where the original plant was at.
Gotcha.
Let me see what else is here. He basically inspired it. He commanded gave the task to the cutler, and they took it from there and they named it after him.
Got it. How does the bolster close? You just move it aside, like you would any other kind of liner or frame lock. You just push it over. Where is it? Where is it? So in effect, the strap bar design externally functions. Yeah, I mean, yeah. As far as like how it actually functions, and you pushing it aside, yeah, it's the same. It's the same. You're making the same motion with your finger to disengage it as a bolster lock, but it's a frame lock.
Yeah, it's a frame lock that's scaled.
Yeah.
And really, the only purpose of that scale is to keep the pressure off the frame lock.
Yep.
And aesthetics, and obviously.
Yeah. You getting that Delica? Yes, I actually did, Jacob. I canceled my order for the VG10 Delica, and I got a K390 one coming. So I'm pretty excited. I've never owned a Delica or any K390, so I'm excited. Is Phil Harvey Peacemaker a Warncliffe? The Phil Harvey Peacemaker. Let me look at that again. I don't even know what you would call that.
Happy Haptic says Sheffield is the OG cutlery capital before Solingen. Solingen is that's in Germany, right? I believe.
Here it is. Yeah, I have no idea what this would be
Germany.
called.
Oh, holy shit! Yeah, that is Phil Harvey.
I don't know what this is. What kind of blade this is? I think it's its own thing.
He calls that I believe he calls it a tano.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Yeah, a harpoon tano. That's the battle, if I'm not mistaken. Is it in the description there?
Let's see.
Oh, that's the Peacemaker. Okay, yep, that's
Yeah.
the name of it. It's the Peacemaker. Yeah, $1,700. I actually looked into that knife,
Gosh.
and if you haven't seen the video on that where they use it, it's not a knife. It's a damn folding cleaver.
Yeah, I mean, look at this thing. That is fucking crazy.
But what's amazing, and everybody's got to go watch Phil Harvey make this thing. You would not believe the archaic equipment by today's standards that this guy uses to build these things. It's absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. If there was a post-apocalyptic world, that guy would be the only man surviving. I mean, it's you got to go watch it. It's pretty impressive.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. Let's watch a quick video on just someone opening and closing it, at least.
He has several models, and then you can actually customize whatever type of variant you want.
Oh, okay.
But he's got a really cool spear point. It's called the Gladiator, and it's a true spear point.
It's 2 pounds, 1.5 ounces of sheer ridiculousness.
Gosh. Oh my God, look how thick this blade stock is.
Completely awesome.
Jesus.
It's the Phil Harvey Peacemaker. Handmade custom out of the UK.
Holy fucking
Absolutely
shit.
love this knife. Carried it at the last knife show I went to.
That is
Can you imagine carrying that?
Awesome.
I mean, even if you had
All right, this is
that would break
2
your
pounds,
belt.
1.5 ounces of sheer ridiculousness.
How would you even carry it?
That is completely
have to have like
awesome.
In a backpack.
Phil Harvey
Yeah, I was just going to
Peacemaker.
say backpack.
Handmade
Jeez.
custom out of the UK.
That's ridiculous. What was the other one you were just mentioning? The Phil Harvey?
Type in the Gladiator. We should have named this stream Happy Beaster.
Yeah. Damn it.
Happy Beaster broadcast. All right, we're switching. Done.
Let's see. The Gladius?
Gladius, that's it. Yeah,
Is
I thought
it?
it was the
Okay.
Gladius. Yeah, it's the Gladius. Yeah, that's it. Couldn't quite
Yeah,
remember.
that's a spear point right there.
Yeah, they're all about the same price.
Yeah, 17.
Is that crazy?
Wow.
Go watch the video. Don't do it now, obviously, but sometime tonight.
I will after this.
Everybody in the stream, go watch it. It's amazing.
Here's
He
another
puts
one.
it on. Oh, that one's cool. Yeah.
Damn.
War crime. That thing's dangerous.
Hell yeah.
That's like, I mean, just handling that thing, you run a risk of killing yourself.
Oh yeah. That is brutal. Looks like those are the 3 main ones that he does, at least on here.
Yeah, there's a fourth. I can't
Here's a
remember.
fixed blade.
Oh, there you go.
That's pretty cool. How big is that? Wow. I need at least one like crazy overbuilt, dumb, crazy, huge knife in the collection. I don't know which one it should be.
I first started my first one that brought a smile to my face when I first bought it was the Artisan Cutlery Proponent. Ridiculous. Oh my God. And I bought the brass version.
Oh God.
It weighed 15.9 ounces. Just,
Jeez.
when you look at the size of it, it's one thing, but then that weight brings that whole new element. Oh my God. It was, I giggled. So that's a big one. The other big one I got is the
Yeah, that would chop your finger off.
the Sandstorm.
Oh yeah. Yep.
XA Sandstorm. That's a beastie knife. It's over 4 inches long.
How much is that proponent?
In terms of size?
No, in terms of price. I'll just look it up.
Oh, you can pick them up for about $250.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, this is it here. I got a couple of them. like this is the first one I got, and then there's one that Knife Center did not too long ago. This is I think this is, can't remember the blade steel on this.
Oh, you can get a full titanium one for $190. Wow.
Yep, that's the one. Is that from Knife Center?
Yep.
Yep, that's it. Check out the blade steel on that for the price.
M390. What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. Here it is, right here. When I saw
Wow.
it was a Knife Center exclusive, I picked it up. It's, I don't like the finish. It's a bead blasted
Yeah, it
finish.
looks like it. Yeah.
There's the one that you're talking about, and then here's the.
Yeah, I like
The
the look of the
original
top
one.
one better. Where's that one from?
That one, this one's kind of hard to get now. You can still find them, but that one it was carried everywhere when it was available. So yeah, I much prefer this one here over the Knife Center one. But I figured for $200,
Yeah.
I mean, and again, you throw this thing out there. Oh geez, there it goes. This one here, the detent is really, really weak. You got to use the thumb flicker on that one.
Oh yeah.
This one's, yeah, the detent on this one is better. But yeah, crazy knife, absolutely crazy. To give you an idea,
You can get it in D2 for $55. Wow.
there's your PM2.
G10. Holy shit. Yeah, that's
Is that
massive.
nuts?
Yep. That is fucking huge.
Happy Beaster.
Oh my god. You can get it in D2 for 55. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's not going to be as beastly feeling without the titanium.
I got that one too.
Is it worth it for $55? Probably.
For $55, hell yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I paid more. I think I paid the full price on that one. Yeah, that's that one right there. I figured if I was going to have a user, this would be it, and I'll just keep the other ones just to have around.
Yeah.
That stupid collection gene in my brain.
Oh, here's a blue titanium one.
$212. That's a good price.
$212. Yeah.
The mini proponent is the ones that are hard to find, and they cost more than the full size proponent.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
But that's a good pick. If you want a beastie knife in your collection, affordable, good materials, it's just fun. Dirk Pinkerton was the designer.
I may have to get this at some point. Got to play with a Midgard's Messer Thunrar. Nice.
Oh yeah, that's another one. I want that one.
I haven't tried any of those.
Check those out. Midgard. I've got two. I've got the Mini Viking and the hell's the name of the other one? I wanted to get get on the list for the yeah, look at that. That's just ridiculous. They had a pre-order on the full size Viking, and I missed out on it. I was just too many other things I was trying to pick up.
Little Beowulf. Here's the Thunrar.
Yep, there it is right there.
That's cool, man.
Just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's what's so cool about it.
Yeah. Made in Germany.
The Bombier. That's the other one that I got. See, you show it on there. See if you can find it. It's called the Bomber.
Bomber.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that folder right there.
Right here.
Yeah.
The Beowulf.
Beowulf. Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
If I could get one, this is probably the one I would get. I like that a lot.
Is that great?
Yeah, that is nice. Very, very nice.
They actually expanded where they about a year and a half ago. They didn't have a US website, and it was really difficult to navigate. And quite frankly, there's the one I got right there. Go up
Right here?
there. Yep, right there. The
Oh,
bomber.
Bomber, yeah.
And it was really difficult to buy from them because the whole exchange, in the going from U.S. to European currency and everything, it was really clunky. And ever since they've done this with this new website, it's made it a lot easier for the states to purchase.
Okay. Oh, nice, G-Bot. Did you just get that? I just ordered a Delica warning in K390. Yeah, man. One of these days I'll grab one of them. Midgard's Messers. One of these days.
Awesome stuff.
You have any particular knives on your horizon
Well,
that you're eyeing?
Project X, I think is definitely one that I want to pick up at some point.
Yeah.
We've talked a little bit about that. The other one, Koenig Arius, I am going to try like hell to get that.
Man,
I do want to pick up Sharif's design, Kaiser.
Oh yeah,
Grazioso.
Grazioso. Yep.
Yeah, I want to get that one. They've got that at Blade HQ with titanium frame, and I think S45 VN or S35 for $199.
Wow, that seems good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that seems really
200
good.
bucks?
Yeah, I mean for that, yeah, that seems great. Yeah, I'd like to pick up another of his designs as well. I liked that new one he's got coming out. That one looked pretty great. The one he showed us in the stream.
Yeah, for sure. That's nice as well. That's what July, I think he said the pre-order starts, or May. May it starts.
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for that one.
I just got a knife in from Blade Ops for me to check out, and I'll show it off real quick. The unboxing video hasn't come out yet, but I'll give you guys a sneak peek. This is a new OTF company called SOS Knives, and this is an OTF for $100, and I gotta say, man, it's pretty good for $100.
It sounded pretty tight when you deployed it.
Let me tell you, man, there is no rattle on this switch at all.
I got a Microtech that you shake it. Whoa, you shake it, it just rattles like crazy.
I know, that was my main complaint with the Microtechs that I used to own. This rattly button. This is rock solid, which is really cool. I like
it. Would seem to me it would be an easy fix if they had an issue with that. It would be just a thin leaf spring in there to push the button away from the body of the knife. I
know. I don't know why they don't. Apparently, we know it's possible now with this $100 knife. So I don't know why they don't do that.
How's the clip on that?
Not great. That's kind of one thing I don't love about it.
Yeah, that's where the $100 comes through.
Yep. Don't like that too much. It feels nice and solid and kind of weighty. It's all aluminum. I like the blade. It's kind of a broader blade than you see on a lot of Microtech or a lot of OTFs. I mean,
here's the big question, Kev. You going to give it the lightning treatment?
I want to, but this is a loaner. I
can't. You know what we should do? This is what we got to do. I'm in if you want to do it. If you want to get a knife, we pitch in. We do like a 50-50 deal, and you just beat the shit out of it. Just beat it up.
I would love to.
Let's do it. You pick the knife, and we'll do it.
Okay.
See if everybody else would be into that. And we could do it live, too. That's what would be cool.
Oh, shit, we could.
Hell yeah. Done. We're doing it.
All right. Let's do it. What do you want to do it on OTF or just a knife in general? Some knife.
It's more fun to do it on an OTF for whatever reason.
We could do it on this one. I just have to buy it from them.
Okay. Is there a site that we could see what else they got?
From this brand or just in general?
Yeah, for that particular brand. Let's check it out.
I believe they come in a Tonto as well. Let's see.
You'd have to get the rubber mallet to drive it through a 2x4.
Yeah,
Definitely
that's what I
include
really
that.
want to do. I really
Hell
I'm
yeah.
trying to do that. All right, here we go. So here we are, $100. Okay, there's a dagger, dagger blade, and there's that's a kind of a more Japanese style Tonto. But there's a Tonto,
Mm-hmm.
and then a drop point. So these are the three right here from SOS. These are all different stuff. Would the dagger be the best, you think?
If you plan on putting it through a 2x4, it probably would.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not going to be very slicey, obviously, but we're not interested in how well it slices.
Yeah. Format Scout. That would be kind of fun to do too. A format like a Cold Steel.
Right.
Because they're gonna take some crazy abuse.
Right.
Hmm.
Oh, you know what? Well, this might be for another day. We could each of us get one, and then we each put our own agenda up as far as what we're going to put the damn thing through.
I like
Battle
that.
of,
Yeah.
that would be fun.
We could have the viewers vote on what they want us to do to it.
There you go. I'm game. I'll throw in $100.
Fun. All right, we'll do that.
All right,
we'll do it. Yeah.
Do you want to do the same blade, or do you want to do like one do one shape and one do the other? Let's keep it the same.
Okay. Yeah. That way we can see which tests do it, affect it differently.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. And do we want to do it with this knife?
Why not? $100?
$100. I think, and if it does well, that's going to be a great selling point for them,
Right.
$100 for a tough OTF.
Contact them, get a sponsorship. You never know. What the hell?
Yeah. All right. Let's do it. We're going to have to start easy and slowly progress because we don't want the video to end. We don't want the video to start nailing it through a 2x4 and it just breaks into it.
Right. Intensify as you go.
Yeah.
This will be fun.
Make it a spin wheel game. That'd be fun.
Right? Oh, yeah. That would be fun.
Yep. Have the different punishments on the wheel.
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do that coming up, guys. We will do that.
For sure.
But yeah, anyways, overall, really solid OTF. I mean, we'll see how it cuts, but
it looks like
the fact
about what, 3 1/4?
On the blade. Let's see. Just the fact that the switch doesn't rattle is pretty sweet. You're close. It's like 3 1/8.
Okay.
And then overall, about 7.5 inches overall.
Okay.
So it's a little smaller than the Ultratech.
I think I'm going to send my Ultratech back. I started at one point, and she sent me the form, and they're really good. The customer service is pretty helpful, and I just got busy with other stuff, and I didn't send it back. But here, let me grab it real quick. You got to check this out.
Yeah, what's the issue? Anyone have a Medford infraction? It is a banger. I do not. I do not have any Medfords at all. Anybody else in the chat? I don't know why I can't keep women from stalking me. Is that a bad thing? Wait Ups has another Boker Joker. Oh, sweet. I'll have to check that out. I almost bought the Kalashnikov.
I did buy one. The Desert Warrior. Bought it through Blade HQ, waiting on it. and they can't arbitrarily cancel my order and didn't even notify me that they canceled the order.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yes, you hear?
Here, hold it up to the camera. Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's not. It rocks back and forth, and I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, that's how mine was too. I don't know. That seems a little more significant than mine, maybe, but mine was pretty bad too.
You see the rocking,
Yeah.
and even the that's the Ultratech, and then adding salt to the wound. Here's a Combat Troodon, right? And even that has a little bit of wobble in that button.
That seems better.
Yeah, it is better, but geez, for $500+, come on.
I know. This one, man. Look at man. Just
Hell
throw it
yeah.
over rock. So that's
What's
cool.
that? What was the blade steel on that?
It's D2.
Okay.
Yeah. So if it's good D2, this is a badass $100 OTF.
$100
We'll see
all
how
day
it goes.
long.
I'm excited to try that axial shift too, which I have coming.
That looks nice. What was the blade steel on that? Is it S45?
Crewwear.
Oh, Crewwear. Oh, damn.
Crewwear, baby. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope it's slicey. The main reason I sold my Microtechs were I would go to break down cardboard and it was not cutting well at all.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of one of the main reasons I got rid of them. So I'm hoping it's a little bit more slicey, but we'll see. I have a cheapo OTF with no rattle. Which one is it? I canceled my last Blade HQ order after it was still being processed over 10 days later.
What's going on with Blade HQ?
Yeah, I don't know. I've had a few bad experiences as well.
Sharif was talking about it in one of his videos that they just lost touch.
Yeah, that sure seems like it. You're gonna love the shift, Hello Good OTF. Sweet, man. I'm excited. How's the so I'm assuming you have one. How's the rattle situation on that? I'm assuming there's some. Fuck Blade HQ, last option only. Yep, I agree. I the only reason I order from them nowadays, which is very infrequent, is if they have something I need to have.
Right.
They're the only one that has it.
Right.
Yeah.
I did the same thing with that Sparrow Knives Fenrir.
Oh yeah.
Concept that I had to have it at that price. I thought I gotta have it. That's the last thing I've purchased from them, and that was 6 months ago.
That was a good buy.
Yeah, hell yeah, that was a good buy.
I still think about that one, and I'm sad that I didn't get one.
Yeah, because we had communicated on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well, they'll probably make another one sometime. Well, we've been going about an hour and a half. You want to wrap up here?
Hour and a half? What the hell?
Time flies when you're having fun, man.
I'll tell you what, didn't feel like an hour and a half. That was fun. So we got a good game plan. We came up with some terminology, some base terminologies. We'll see where else that goes. But this torture test, this is going to be fun.
I'm excited. I'm really excited.
When, how far out you want to throw that out? You want to put a dart on the calendar? And
yeah, let's see. Did we decide on the dagger? Because I can always just pay for this one, and I already have it here. But do we think the dagger would be better?
It's up to you. It doesn't matter. Again, we're not trying to test its sliciness, so I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
You know, if we're just trying to beat the hell out of it, just see how much it'll take before it disintegrates.
Yeah. I'm just going to keep this one. If you want to get the dagger, you can.
All right. I'll probably just get the same one. That way it's apples for apples.
Okay. Yeah. I already have it here. I'll just keep this one. I'll pay him for it.
All right.
Cool. And then when yours arrives, we will figure out how we're gonna do it. You want to? I don't know how we're gonna do it live. We would have to stream from our phones. Since we would be outside.
I'm lugging every damn thing up to this room here, man. Whatever.
Oh, really?
Takes.
You're gonna baton
Straw horses, logs. You fucking name it. We're going for it.
Okay, fuck it. I can do that too, I guess.
Let's do it. Let's make it real unique. This is from SOS. That's the name of the knife maker or the
manufacturer. Yeah, and they're only at Blade Ops. I'll send you the link so that I get a little kickback when you order yours.
Okay. I have to do it when my wife is not home, though. That's
okay.
going to be my only requirement. What the hell are you doing up there?
Yeah. Okay, that's a good idea. Well, I'll spread out a tarp. We'll really do
it. Right.
Okay, I like it.
You'd be like front row at a Gallagher show. Shit's gonna fly everywhere.
Hell yeah. All right, cool. I'm excited. That'll be fun. So let's do that. Expect that, guys, probably next week sometime. Well, maybe next weekend. We should be ready by
guys.
Next weekend, you think?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see how the shipping goes on this, and then we'll be in contact, and once I get it, then we'll target a date and go from there.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good.
Excellent. Fun time.
Right on. Thanks, guys. That was fun. And
hey, guys.
Yeah. See you next time.
Have a good one, guys. Till next time.